Hello and welcome back to Diary of a Content Creator. I'm your host, Michael T. I am currently operating as a content creator for this channel as an aggregator. It's a content marketing outfit designed around highlighting content that I consume on YouTube as a content consumer. So you might be asking yourself the question, well, what is Diary of a Content Creator? It's where I give my diary entries about what it means for me to step out of my role as a content consumer into different outfits and occupations, such as being a content curator versus being a content creator versus being a content consumer. So for this entry, we'll focus on creation and talk about, it's been about a month since my last Diary of a Content Creator entry. It's been difficult. I have took less time off to write entries. I ended up taking about a month off in between publishing category-specific quick picks, and that's kind of eating at me a little bit. Diary of a Content Creator. I ask myself, what makes a good content creator? What makes someone a content creator in general? For me, a content creator is whenever you step outside of that mold of being a content consumer. So for me, that's commenting on videos. That's engagement with content. You step out of just being a content creator, consumer, and you step into being a creator. So in this diary entry, I just want to say that I don't know what I want to say, actually. It's actually similar to when I do these things called offloading technical linguistic debt. And I don't really know what I'm going to say beforehand because everything is off the cuff stream of consciousness. It just rolls off the tongue. And part of me likes it that way because it means that there's less prep. It means that I don't have to go through the hard work of doing the due diligence necessary to set up my P's and Q's and to organize beforehand. But before this, I actually did do some semblance of due diligence. I created an outline in a GPT. The introduction was supposed to be, introduce the theme of this diary entry. Reflections on the ongoing journey as a content creator for As an Aggregator. So what are some reflections on my ongoing journey as a content creator for As an Aggregator? It's difficult. It's tough to step outside of that baseline that you set for yourself when it comes to creating content. To think of yourself outside of the identity that you've chosen to actually be a creator, and to do that consistently, habitually, and forthrightly. For me, that means actually committing to creating content, whatever it is. Whether that's a picture of a playlist, whether that's an inspirational quote, whether that's a picture of food, whether that's even X-Defiant content. And I thought about that and I looked at my channel and I said, this is unorganized and this is chaotic and this is uncouth. How can it be like this? I'm talking about my not my carousel, but what it looks like on my YouTube home screen in terms of sorting through the videos. And what's even crazier is that doesn't even matter anymore. That's just an aesthetic flair that I have as a content consumer. Everything is so algorithmic. when it comes to finding traffic and developing organic traffic, you don't really even need to worry about people coming to your channel unless they're already bought in. And at that level, they're not going to be worried about, hey, this stratigraphy looks a little bit off. It's a little bit confusing. Well, they might say it's confusing. But if you have channel navigation guides, it could be far, far easier to help them navigate your channel. And that's what I struggle with as a content creator. To know that you have to do these things. Create channel navigation guides. Create explainer videos. But to sit here as a consumer and just say, dang, like my identity has been that of a consumer for so long. And now taking that step, taking those steps into what amounts to the creation process, the content creator role, is something that I still struggle with. It's something that feels like it's not that it's unbecoming, but partially, primarily, practically. You see, for me, when I step out of my role as a creator, it means the inverse. So what I'm really saying is that when I step out of the role of a consumer, I become a creator. But I don't like to step out of the role of being a consumer. For me, a consumer is the best part of this modern industrial age, that we get to enjoy the synthesis of the creative products from all over the world. Even now, just imagining this as a vocal diary entry to say, what will someone think of this as an entry? If I put myself in your shoes as someone behind the screen at the other end of this, doubling the refraction level, because now I'm a consumer, but I'm a triple blind consumer pretending to be the consumer of a novel consumer of my own content. So it's like, normally I would be like, whoa, this has under 10 views? Whoa, this has under 100 views? What is it like? Oh, well, if I'm going to watch this, then I'm going to commit to watching the whole thing. Okay, watch the whole thing. How long is this? Under 20 minutes? Okay. 2 hours? Less than likely. Especially with stream of consciousness. But I think of that, and I try to hold space for that, and it's weird. It's weird because I got pulled into the psychic reverb of assuming that I'm consuming my own content as if I was a novel viewer, and that's hard because I don't place myself in that context very often. What is it like consuming this piece of material? Is it scattershot thoughts? Is it temporal placement heuristic baseline varying differentials? Clip it, put it into a GPT, ask it if it makes sense, versus just trying to string letters and words and sounds together to call it content, right? So that's where I'm at in my content creation journey. Content for the sake of content. And I think about that because I think about, like, who or what do I owe when it comes to this? Like, what do I owe to my consumers, to the people out there consuming this type of content from me? Saying you have these ideas of, okay, what is as an aggregator? Start with that. What is as an aggregator? As an aggregator is a content marketing outfit for my YouTube channel to be able to highlight, synthesize, promote, and redirect attention towards the content that we curate. Full stop. So what type of content do we curate? What does that mean? What do we do? What do we speak about? I think to that extent I might speak about that in Diary of a Content Consumer or Diary of a Content Curator. It makes it interesting for me. Oh my goodness. And that's another thing. There's less editing for these entries. So I'm primarily just speaking off the cuff, and I'm trying to speak to what Diary of a Content Creator is. But it's not that simple. Like, as you can see, well, I mean, it is that simple, right? It's something on a screen, it's text, it's information, and I'm supposed to speak to what it is that you see before you. This idea of being a content creator. What does it mean to be a content creator? How do you make reference to these thoughts, these beliefs, these ideas, these ways of doing, being, seeing? For me, this is such early game in my content creation journey that I don't even have 10 subscribers yet. I'm just under 10 subscribers. So it's interesting thinking about, like, what are the ratios of content that you have to put out in order to achieve the level of traction that you would like. Diary of a Content Creator is about me checking in with my audience to talk about how I feel and what I think on my journey. And so this is pretty much saying, yeah, I took off about a whole month, maybe 2 months almost, in terms of not producing content regularly. And that's on me in terms of, hey, well, you say you want to highlight the content that you consume in terms of the playlist that you curate. Are you doing that? Are you living up to that as an agreement, as an outcome, as a principle, as a reason? What are your reasons? Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's difficult. Oh, I don't want to say pressure. It doesn't feel like pressure because it's just like this. Simply performing a stream of consciousness. It could be as simple as that. It could be simple as scrolling through a playlist that I've curated and talking about it. And I ask myself, well, if it's that simple, why haven't you produced more content in that vein? And that's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets difficult. That's where it becomes this type of cat and mouse game between myself, my higher self, my lower self, and my day-to-day self. Trying to itemize some of these items piece by piece, video by video, content by content. Trying to ask myself if it works. Trying to get myself into a place where the creation process is as seamless as consumption. But I haven't gotten there yet. The creation process is as difficult as it is challenging. The creation process it's a unique step outside of myself, outside of who I think I am, who I know I am, who I claim to be. I claim, at least, to be a content consumer. I aspire I aspire to be a content curator. But right now, in this present moment, I am a content creator. And this is Diary of a Content Creator number 3. So let's talk about the current state of this channel, to highlight some recent developments, some growth or challenges. I think I've set that stage pretty well. I talked about almost finishing up my category-specific quick picks. That's when you go on my channel and you check what's in your Consume Digest. Category-specific quick picks. Content milestones. I reached over 3,000 views recently. I'm still thinking. I'm processing in this moment. I figure if you made it 17 minutes into a stream of consciousness on a video titled Diary of a Content Creator, then you can make it a little bit more. But also, thank you to the extent that you're actually consuming this. Part of me says, like, are you consuming this within 4 months of publication? If so, you're an OG and thank you. Will you ever consume this? Will this even still be available as a public video? Will it be a private video? Will it be an unlisted video? Or will it be in my ancient repository of content? Somewhere in between alive and dead? Somewhere just disappeared? It's a question. Oh, excuse me, I made a mistake. A month ago, we just reached over 1,000 views. Over 1,000 views. And this is my description. A YouTube content curator. Jump into the #consume digest of another content consumer by experiencing content organized into 3 distinct types of playlists. 1. The ASAP playlist for immediate content consumption. 2. The category-specific playlist for long-run continuity around subjects, around a specific topic, theme, idea, or subject. 4. The temporal playlist for packaging a period of time, 1 quarter into days of the week plus weekends, as a reflection of one's subscription box. This channel is for content consumers looking to escape their filter bubble, and for content creators looking to playlist theory as a way to better serve their audience, and for content curators looking for techniques to use market and monetize the content that inspires, shapes, and reflects their cross-section of interests. So that's me so far. right here, right now, giving a diary entry into my train of thought at a specific cross section of time. We're talking the first week of July. We're talking after July 4th. And we're saying that this is my entry to give an update into what it means for me to create. This has been Diary of a Content Creator, number 3.